Thanks, Brittany and Jim. I'm right outside University Hall here, where curators just voted to cut 500 jobs from the Mizzou staff. Now, this all stems from a 7% budget cut that Governor Nixon handed down to the university. That means the university has to find some way to save money. Now, part of the ways they've saved money, they've put a hiring freeze on all jobs, all staff jobs, and then the curators just voted right now to cut 500 jobs to Mizzou staff. Now, as you can imagine, staff inside are very angry. They wanted staff cuts to be limited. They wanted budget cuts on the whole to be found in some other way. I also talked to university officials, and they say cuts had to come some way, and staff was the easiest avenue to get it. Now, for you viewers at home, everyone knows a situation where a big company, they have to cut budget, and there's just not a good way to do it. University officials today have decided to cut staff. On another day, who knows? Brittany and Jim, back to you. Thanks, Brittany and Jim. I'm outside the MUJ school. Right here is the quad. Earlier today, the Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, John Roberts, was here talking to law students, and he had some surprising statements, saying journalism wasn't helping democracy, but rather ruining it. Roberts went on to say that journalism now is too sensationalist, they missed the big point, and they're just not on the right path. So just moments ago, law students here talked to Roberts and challenged him to go on over to the J School and make a stand. Now, Roberts, right over here, got on up, said he would make that stand, and now, moments from now, is gathering to make a march on journalism, basically making a stand to try to improve journalism so they don't miss the big point, and they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Back to you, Brittany and Jim. Thanks, Brittany and Jim. I'm outside Gannett Hall here, where moments ago they just evacuated the building after a wild scene this morning around 10. Now, students say they heard a Professor Gary Grigsby screaming. They came in to run in, and what do you know? It was an 8-foot-long snake in his office. Now, that's about 2 feet taller than me. That's a pretty big snake. So students say they don't know how the snake got in there. All they know is Professor Grigsby is screaming, everyone's running out. They called the cops, the Humane Society. One student was even smart enough to call campus zoology, all who are now inside on the second floor of Gannett here trying to find this snake. Now, they weren't sure whether to keep students inside while they found the snake or evacuate. They decided the safest plan was to evacuate the building, which they've just done moments ago. Now, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. How the snake got in there, are there more of them, and how long will it take to find the snake and get people back in the building? We'll try to answer those questions coming up at 10. Back to you, Brittany and Jim.